Alright, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the two sniper weapons and then the two heavy rifles below that. So starting with the Marshal, we'll go ahead and purchase it. This is the entry level, so when we click mouse 2, it's going to work like any other sniper weapon, and it's going to give us a single zoom. And this weapon will take 2 shots in order to take someone out with heavy armor, but in this case, they don't have any armor, and it does 100 damage. So let's take a look here at the damage stats. On the right hand side, you'll see under Marshal damage, it does body 101, and then a headshot, it will take anyone out if they have full health and heavy shield. So this is a great entry level sniper weapon that you can purchase. Say you win the first round, or say if you think they don't have any armor at all, you don't actually have to get a headshot or shoot them twice. You can just take them out with any shot to the body. Alright, now let's take a look at the rate of fire. So what I'm going to do is just click mouse 1 as fast as I can so we can see what it looks like. So that's how fast I can shoot. If there is someone super close, it might be better just to click mouse 1 as fast as I can instead of scoping and then waiting for it to scope. So I could do some kind of no scope like this if they're super close. If they're anything medium range, it's not going to be that reliable. You see that? It went right through them. So for anything past like this range, you do want to try to use the scope. And if you can time it right, you can right click and then shoot the second the animation finishes. So it's kind of like a no scope. And you can save a lot of time if you can line up your shots like that. So in that case, I was a little bit too quick. Right there, I got the timing right there. So it's like mouse 2, mouse 1 immediately. So there's a little timing that you can figure out and get these no scopes off. Okay. And then let's take a look at, I'm going to just zoom and then click mouse 1 and we'll see how fast I can rezoom again. So there's the timing there. So if you want to shoot, switch targets, you can definitely do that as well. You just have to make sure that you give that zoom animation a little bit of time to finish. And if you shoot too fast, it's not going to be accurate. All right, now moving down to the Big Daddy operator. This is the one shot, one kill weapon. We can look at the stats here on the right hand side. Anything to the body will be a full kill, and then to the head, of course, as well. And also, if you leg shot them, it won't be lethal, but it will do 127 damage if they're in that 0 to 50 meter that's indicated there next to the statistics. So let's go ahead and take a look at the operator here. And if I click mouse 2, I can single zoom just like the Marshal. However, if I mouse 2 again, I can zoom even further. So for the longer distances, it's going to be especially helpful. Here's mouse 2, and then here's mouse 1. So it definitely provides a bigger hitbox during mouse 2. So if I shoot this bot in the stomach or the head, it will take them out if they have full heavy shields. In my case, these bots have no armor at all, so even if I shoot them in the leg, it's going to take them out. So what you want to try to do is always try to line up your red dot or your operator to try to at least hit someone above the chest. That way, no matter what, if they have armor or not, you know you can get a lethal shot off. So this weapon has super high wall penetration. So I think we might be able to take someone out even if I shoot through this wall. Yeah, so that bot disappeared. There's another bot. So let's see, try to shoot through 2. And if we get a headshot, it should take them out. Let's see, line this up here. So, no, it does not. So let's try this sandbox right here, this sandbag. We'll shoot him. So yeah, so here's the wall penetration right here. It's going to take out that bot. So sometimes if the enemy jumps around the corner or that you lose line of sight, well, you can still shoot through the wall and take them out. Moving down to the heavies is the Aries. And this is a very interesting weapon because for the price and for what it does, it's very unique amongst all the weapons. So let's go ahead and just purchase this Aries. And you can see there's a massive magazine there. So I have 50 bullets per magazine that's indicated down there on the bottom right hand side. So let's go ahead and just hit mouse 1 and see what the recoil looks like. And as you can see, this recoil is ridiculous. It's not something you can ever rely upon, especially when you're standing. Let's see what it looks like when we're crouching. So here's standing, and here's crouching. You can see it's almost twice as more compact, at least in the initial amount. So the first looks like 10 or 15 bullets. Here we go again, crouching. 10-15 bullets are pretty compact at this range. And of course, if you step back, the recoil is always going to spread more, but let's see what it looks like when we're crouched back here. So that's actually pretty decent, and this is a $1,700 weapon. So keep that in mind. And the rate of fire is pretty fast too. So this weapon, you always want to try to be stationary and crouching if you can shoot. So let's go ahead and just take some bots out. At this range, since it's medium to long range, we're definitely going to have to do some recoil control. So as I'm shooting, I'm dragging my crosshair down. And it's a very feasible weapon if you're strapped on cash. Say you want to purchase your abilities a little bit more, but you still want a weapon with a lot of bullets and still be able to do a multi-kill potential. And the last thing to mention about the Aries is you'll notice that the wall penetration is high. So for $1,700, you get 50 bullets, you've got fully automatic, and high wall penetration. So this can be a very viable weapon if you're strapped on cash, but you're still trying to do a lot of damage where you're not going to be engaging in super long range fights, and you can just get in close range engagements here and then control the recoil. And rounding off the heavies is the Odin. And what you'll notice is that its price tag is $3,200. So it's actually $300 more than the standard Phantom and Vandal rifle. And also something interesting about it is that the fire rate increases while you are shooting more bullets. So it starts slower and increases over time. And also you'll see the zoom mode. It says 1.25 slight spread reduction. So when we shoot with the ADS or zoom scope, then the recoil will be more manageable. So let's go ahead and check this out. I'm going to click it. And you can see off the bat on the bottom, you'll see 100 ammo clips. So you don't have to reload as much, obviously. So let's go ahead and just click this and see what the recoil looks like. So yeah, the recoil is ridiculous, quite ridiculous. First few bullets are pretty accurate, so you can still control the recoil a little bit for the first few bursts. But anything more than that, it's just insane. So let's go ahead and crouch and see what it looks like. So same thing, the mechanic in this game, if you're crouching, your recoil is always going to be better. So this is especially important in this weapon because this has the highest recoil in the game. Alright, now let's take a look at the mouse too. There is that added recoil reduction that we saw in the description box. So if we stack that on top of crouching, our recoil will be a lot more manageable. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and crouch and zoom and just shoot all the bullets by just holding mouse 1. So that's what it looks like. Let's do it on this side. Crouching, zoomed in, holding mouse 1. And then side-by-side comparison, just mouse 1 by itself. So now that I have a feeling of what the recoil feels like and what it looks like when I'm ADSing and crouching, let me just try to control the recoil the best I can. So as I'm shooting, like with all weapons, I'm dragging my crosshair down, and on the fly, I'm moving my crosshair left and right. So again, my crosshair is always going to be lower than my original bullets when I'm controlling the recoil. So I finished right there. And one more time. So that's a pretty good bullet spread. That's something that I can live with, especially when the rate of fire is much faster than the other rifles. And I believe it does more damage too. Let's take a look. So a head damage at 0 to 30 meters is 95. And then if we compare that with the Phantom, it is actually no. So the rate of fire is faster with the Odin, but it does significantly less damage. So you actually need to do 2 headshots in order to take a bot out. So that was 1 headshot, and then there's 2. So you do get the 100 bullets, and you have the increased rate of fire, but it's always going to be a 2-shot headshot to take someone out.